Hey guys, welcome to our first Elite High School Sports podcast. I'm here with two of my best friends, Jaden Conrad.
You can follow me on all my social medias right there.
And my other best friend, Luis Limones.
You can follow me on my Instagram and Twitter.
Also here with us today is our special guest, head coach of the Henry County Lady Cats basketball, Coach Hood.
Nice to meet everybody. I'm excited to do this, the inaugural episode.
I didn't have a picture of you.
That's okay. I'm okay with never seeing you.
All right, so with this being our first podcast, we're going to ask serious and not so serious questions. So let's dive in with our first question. What made you want to coach basketball?
Well, I wasn't a great player, but I loved the game. Actually, my first love was soccer. I really enjoyed the opportunity of teaching and helping people. And that's a great question. I don't really know. I just wanted to do it for so long. My dad was my coach growing up. Named after my dad, my grandfather. Basketball's kind of a lifeblood. You got a name like Hook, so it's a whole shot name after us.
If you were stranded on an island, what are 3 things that you would need to survive?
3 things I would need to survive.
Not like literally survive, just
Okay.
like you would want to have.
All right. I would need television. My wife oversees. I would need her. I would need my dog not to break your equipment. And I'd say I need a book. I love to read. I need some books.
Anyone in particular?
My favorite book is I've got 2 favorite books. I've got the book I tell everybody is my favorite, which is Band of Brothers, a TV series after it. It's really good. And then the book that I never let, it's the #1 displayed book in my library. This is more, you guys played with Coach Wright, it's more his reading level. Right? And it's called Garfield and the Space Cat.
Oh.
It's a childhood classic. Space Cat gets a gun that shoots lasagna, which is a brilliant idea.
Nice.
If I had one of those, it'd be fatter.
Exactly.
Would you rather time travel to the past or to the future?
Well, I'd love to see a lot of things that happened in the past. I'm a history teacher, something that's really important to me. At the same time, if I could go to the future, look at all the sporting events, come back, go to Vegas and gamble, then I would be wealthy. So, that's a twofold question there.
True. What is your go-to snack and drink from a gas station?
Okay. It's the sour cream and cheddar chips. Ruffles, I think. Yeah, because they got the ridges.
Yeah.
And then if I'm on my best behavior, I'll only drink water or sweet tea, which I'm usually not on my best behavior, but a Big Red. Right? You can't really get those across the country, but if I'm in this area,
Yeah, Big Red.
Big Red.
It's a good choice. If you could have any job in the world, what would it be?
Someone who covers politics and history for a living, sometimes I think I should be president. It looks easy. I used to watch Donald Trump on TV when I was a kid. And I'm like, hey, how hard could it be?
Yeah.
But no, if I was serious, I'm doing what I wanted to do. I would say, the hardest thing in my life is I got my dream job at 25 years old and finding out what's next.
What is your go-to weapon in a zombie apocalypse?
All right, so I'm assuming the heads have to come off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Walking Dead style.
Basically.
Shoot, I'm pretty useless with a pistol. So I'm probably going to go machete. I can do things close range. I can shoot a rifle, but realistically, I'm feeling, you don't see them coming. Ammo's going to be hard to come by after a while. So machete, you can sharpen a blade anytime.
That's true.
How do you deal with athletes that play multiple sports?
Luckily, I coach girls, so I want them to play every sport in the country. I love it. Sometimes it's a little bit of a challenge because they're gone and we don't get to work on stuff all year long. But I want everybody to play everything. I was a 2-sport athlete, so it's not really something I really have to deal with. It's just something I accept. I coach at a small school. We share athletes. Sometimes I really wish I could get a kid in the gym. I'll talk about Jessie Archer, who's could have been a really special basketball player. She was a special basketball player. It was the heartbreak her senior year for me that she decided to play volleyball because I had all this stuff I want to do with her in kind of a small group setting that we get to in the off season. But that's the challenge is it's just something you accept at a small school.
What is your role in the off season?
I try to just follow up with my players, make sure their grades are going all right. Then they're for them, work out with the ones who need to be worked out. You know, visit with my wife, who I don't see through a big chunk of this time. Truth be told, teaching wild season's really difficult, so I try to make sure I'm the best teacher I can be. That's something I really focus on in the off season.
What is one thing you believe that you have conquered in coaching?
I used to be really hyper all the time. I was extreme, in your face. And then I was an assistant coach for a guy named Josh Hurt. He might actually listen to this. He does a little radio podcast. And I spent 2 years with him. And when I first met him, I called him Comatose Hurt. Because he was more mellow than any human on the planet. And that was one thing I learned, was to calm down. And then when I got a head coaching job, you're trying to prove yourself and assert yourself. You can't win any games in October, but you can lose your team. So I learned to just kind of be comfortable with myself all the time. And now you can ask my players, there's nothing that embarrasses me. I don't even think they noticed once, but my pants ripped in a very inconvenient spot during a game last year. And I noticed that no one even pointed it out. And honestly, if they pointed it out, it wouldn't have bothered me. That's just how it goes. I coach like I played. I'm all over the place. I'm usually up and down all the time.
Who's your greatest role model, either personally or as a coach?
As a coach, I used to really kind of get on my nerves. But I really listen to Coach Calipari a lot, kind of what he says, how he wants to deal with his players. But my role model for me is my dad. My dad was my coach, and usually he's the voice of reason. If you've ever come to a game, he comes to him when he can. And if you think I've ever been hard and official, just watch the guy who sound like behind me. Sometimes I'll hear him, and I'm like, I don't have to say anything. But he's really successful in the corporate world, and I kind of take a lot from him. And he's really good at balancing, making sure you feel appreciated, and knowing that if you don't do what you're supposed to do, he'll get in your face.
Right. What is the most rewarding part about being a coach?
It's really just, watching them become young women, and I get them as they're young girls, and watch them kind of grow up and recognize things. And then my favorite thing is on Saturday mornings we have a little league, and watching them go and coach other girls and take things we've done in practice and translate that into like teaching an 8-year-old how to play. And the real difference here between girls and guys is, at 8, you may have already played a little bit. But some girls, this is the first time they've ever touched a basketball without their dad telling them 9,000 different things to do. So, getting to watch them teach little girls a game that I've gotten them to fall in love with is probably my very favorite thing.
What made you want to be a head coach at Henry County?
Well, they wanted me, so that paycheck was pretty good. I wanted to be a head coach pretty quickly. I kind of got a taste of it through a weird situation. I was a head coach at 22 years old for a middle school boys team that was a big school, so it was a big job. And then I was an assistant coach in Metcalfe County for a couple years while I was looking for a job. And then jobs come open, jobs don't. I applied for some boys' jobs, some girls' jobs, but I basically wrote down a sheet of 10 jobs that I thought were the best that I could get. And I had kind of a criteria I was looking for. And Henry County was number 1 on that list. And then Coach Dilly got me to come up here and look at the school and tour it while I would not get in trouble after the fact because that might be against the rules. But he showed me the school and I saw the gym. And I said to him that I would crawl on my hands and knees to come to here because I thought it was the coolest thing I've ever seen. And when kids are like, oh yeah, we have a big gym. And that's place seats 5,500 people.
Which this is all the questions we have on here, but Connor came up with the question that is really good.
So the other night there was a doubleheader, and the boys played first, and then the girls played. How does it make you feel that a lot of the people there to see the game left after the boys' game?
Honestly, it really makes me mad. I mean, that's just disrespectful.
Yeah.
I told the girls when they'll come. Well, we're 14-7, having the best season. I mean, we're on. we're on pace to win the most games since like the 90s or early 2000. So I was pretty upset about it.
Mm.
Look, I mean, the sad truth is I want to play first all the time, which is a Title IX violation. But that's just because we get the crowd is there. But I mean, the hard thing isn't the community. They're usually there to watch someone. And I made an emotional kind of post on Facebook a while back. We had a lot of people come to our game, had our biggest crowd in my tenure. But the hardest part is watching our students get up and walk into the JV gym and act like fools. We're not doing enough to make it an exciting product. Come talk to me. You want us to score more points? We'll do it for you. You want us to get involved? How are you making the student section better? So, quite honestly, it frustrates me a great deal, and I'm not going to hide that.
Yeah, it's understandable.
I mean, those girls are playing their hardest at what says Henry across their chest. To credit to the boys basketball team, usually sometimes they got to go support their JV team because those are their teammates they practice with. But usually, a lot of people I see at the games for us, because they do appreciate what goes into it. Basketball, as someone who I played every sport at one point or another. Basketball is the hardest sport to play. I was a soccer player, and you think, you run all the time. But basketball, I come in, first go practice, I felt like I was going to die. I could run the whole time, but I felt like I was consistently very tired. And the football guys would come in and be like, oh, swoosh. He's like, there you get hit, you can kind of slow down for a minute, you go back in the line, you let somebody else rep, you can kind of hide a little bit. And then they'd be like, basketball, shoot, you can't hide it all. And I always remember the guys who would come from football practice. And like, I was not looking forward to this. So, you gotta recognize that they're killing themselves. And if you can ask anybody who's played for me, I'm not an easy guy to play for all the time because I demand a lot out of you. And I demand you take care of yourself in good shape. So, long answer to that is it frustrates me a lot. We have 2 home games left, and I really would like to see some students.
Which we also talked about in class today. What was the average amount of wins girls would get
so
in a
I
season?
talked a little bit about my formula of why that's the best job. I tried to find a job that would hire me at 25 years old. And you have to be realistic there. It has to be a program that's not very good. And that needs to be rebuilt. And would willingly hire a guy from the other end of Kentucky who quite literally never heard of Henry County until I saw the job posted and looked into it. That averaged less than 12 wins a season over the last decade. So that is a losing culture that I had to come into, which is something I've fought with my own players to get them to believe in themselves. So that is frustrating. But even at the boys' game, I've politely nicknamed our student section the library. They stand there and gosh, by handing out books, at least look better than us on their phones. I watch the other student sections and they get into it. I don't know what holds us back. And I ask the students about it. I say, we can't paint up or whatever. You can do a lot of things. But gosh, I went to the Eminence game. We had a ton of students. They were very proud of that, very excited about that. But their student section was quiet because they're terrible this year. We're going to go to Eminence next Tuesday. I got moved back from tomorrow because of the weather. And their student section will be in it. And it will be full like a boys' game. And even though they're a small school, percentage-wise, I bet it's a better turnout. And they will be in our face. And I mean, every time I step out and speak to a referee, I'll hear, 60 kids screaming "tee 'em up" across the gym. And so I get a little frustrated with our students who I love. And I had a core group, and Chandler's been part of it. You guys been there a little bit. That have come to some games, but it's extremely frustrating. You can't tell me it's just because you don't like watching the girls play. People like to watch winning. Lord, if Henry County has a marbles shooting team, I don't know how to play. If we're good at it, I'll go watch them.
Which, I don't know if y'all have any more questions. Any more that you want to ask him? Alright, well, we actually about to say to wrap up our first podcast. I want you to shoot it off. Just shoot it off in the air. Now,
You just twist
it looks like it shoots out from this end, and it looks like it shoots out from this end. So I would just hold it like that and just shoot it in the air. I think you just twist it.
Guys, I don't think this works like I think it does. Alright, off to a hot start.
Oh, there we go.
So there we go.
That's our
First
first
ever
one.
episode
There we
with
go.
Coach Hook.
I appreciate it, guys.
We appreciate you.
Appreciate you coming.
So, do you want to say anything to the people watching?
Look, we play at home again February 12th against Trimble County, girl-boy game. The boys will play first. We hope you stick around. And look, I love Henry County. My wife and I committed to this place and bought our house here. So I hope you stick around and cheer us on. We got a real shot at winning 20 games, which hasn't happened here. It's happened one time since KHA kept online stats.
All right, well, I think that wraps it up.
I need to.